sweet friends. Welcome back for another Read Aloud in honor of our water study and the fact that it's kind of rainy outside. We are going to investigate the book called Puddles. How many of you enjoy jumping in puddles when you are allowed to? I know oftentimes at school we tell you to stay away from the puddles because we don't have unlimited clothes for you to change into. But these kids have on their wet water clothes. They have on their rain boots and their raincoats. They are ready to go play in the puddles. So let's see what happens in puddles. I think there's several outside right now. All night, the slash of rain and the flash of lightning. And, do you see their shadow? Kaboom! What was that? Of thunder rattling the house and all the windows. We cuddle between fright and glee and want it to stop and never stop. Thunderstorms can be a little frightening, but at the same time, they're a little exciting. We don't get many of those here. In the morning, it does, like a curtain rising on a shiny new day, a day of brightness and blue, a sky wiped clean of the last cloud. So look, she's getting ready to go outside. Do you see the sun coming in the window? We walk outside to the street chatter of birds filling the trees and breathe deep the clean air. Watch out for puddles, Mama hollers. Don't get wet. That sounds familiar as they run out the door. Needles glisten. Listen. The drip, drip, drip from the eaves and the leaves. Look, the sparkle of 1,000,000 suns in 1,000,000 drops. So they're looking up. The trees are still wet. The rain is dripping off of the houses and the trees, and the sun is sparkling inside each one. Almost like magic. We follow baby rivers, trickling and snaking down ditches into fields. Look, do you see the water coming off the top of their house, making its own little river in their yard? Look, they made a little boat out of sticks and a leaf. Do you see the reflection of the sun? Puddles! Big ones, little ones, long ones, and skinny ones. Pieces of the sky on the ground. It's time to puddle jump. Splash, splash, splash. They say pieces of the sky because if you look at the puddle, it reflects what you could see above. Do you really think there's a house inside that puddle? Probably not, of course, but you can see the reflection of it. They're having a good time, aren't they? Mud sucks at our boots. Slurp, slurp, slurp. Ooh, we know about sticky mud. Sometimes the mud is so sticky, it'll take the shoe right off your foot. Not sure they can go inside with those muddy feet. We kneel and watch worms squirm and stretch and leave tiny trails in the muck like sloppy writing. They're learning the ABCs of weather, of rain and sun and mud. Look, do you see the lines they're leaving in the mud? Then we slog through the wet grass toward the pond and what lives there, celebrating all the new water and new life. Look at them going. Look at the worm looking up. What do you think they're going to see at the pond? When it rains, a lot of animals tend to come out. Do you have an idea in your brain? All right, let's keep going. At the pond, it's time for the frogs to play. We want to play with them. Leap, frog, leap. Leap, frog, leap. Hop, flop, plop. Oh no! They were chasing the frogs and look what happened to the boy. He fell in the pond. Do you remember what their mom said at the beginning of the story? don't get. Do you think she's going to be happy that he fell in the pond chasing frogs? Birds flap from the trees, and we think the trees are applauding. We bow and say, "Bye, frogs," and turn toward home. Do you see her bowing? So when the birds take off from the trees, it almost sounds like they're clapping their wings, like, "Yay, what a great show." We can see the tree's reflection and the sun's reflection and even the girl's reflection. Oh dear, look at all the mud. They've had fun for sure. Puddles! Big ones, little ones, long ones, skinny ones, pieces of sky on the ground. It's time to puddle jump again. We can hit every puddle from the pond to the meadow. Splash, splash, splash. We slog through wet grass and suck mud with our boots. Slurp, slurp, slurp. Skip beneath leaves and eaves. Drip, drip, drip. So do you see their reflection in the puddle? Where are they going? Do you know? And Drip in the doorway shouting, "We're home!" "You're wet!" Mama howls. Look at them. Look at all the water that they have dripped and that they're dripping on the floor. Do you see it coming off of his jacket? Uh-oh, Mom's not happy. On a morning after rain, it's time to soak in a hot bath, wiggle dry in a warm towel, get dressed and drink hot chocolate. Then run outside again. So they got all clean and warm just to do what? What are they going back out to do? To puddle jump. Splash, splash, splash. So, this was Puddles. The boy and the girl had a great time doing all kinds of things outside after it did what outside? You're right, after it rained. So, I would like for you to go find someone in your house and tell them all the things that the boy and the girl did outside after it rained. Then, what did after Mom saw how wet they were? What did they do? And then at the end, would you have done the same thing? I hoped you enjoyed our story today. Puddles. Make sure you listen to your mom and dad. If they say you can play in puddles, great. If they say stay out, then you should do what? Stay out. All right, sweet friends, we will see you again for another book. Have a great day.